This woman is worth hundreds of millions of dollars, has a closet full of designer bags and clothes, but still choose to sleep on the street because there is a husband at home that she hates. Just one kiss on the neck by her husband, she would immediately vomit with disgust. Her husband likes her long beautiful hair. She would take the scissors and cut her off immediately. She is watched by her husband all the time. She is followed by at least 2 bodyguards when she goes out. Even if she said one word to another man, her husband would come and take her out himself. When she returned home, she would be beaten by her husband, except for this beautiful face. The rest of her body was already covered with bruises. She had bruises all over her body. She was always trying to escape, but no matter where she is, she will be caught by her husband, and with her sick mother in the hands of a man. To escape from the man's grasp, the woman came up with a plan. She dressed in civilian clothes and moved her mother to another place. After taking care of everything with the doctor, she went to the beach alone. She put her high heels and a cell phone with a location. She faked her death by jumping into the sea, so that her husband would never find her. Then she ran towards the woods behind her. The man who received the news immediately sent someone to this place. All they saw was what was left on the beach. Everyone thought the woman had jumped into the sea to kill herself. And when the man turned around and saw the dense forest, his sixth sense told him that the woman did not die. The woman ran from day to night, even when the branches cut her skin. She did not dare to stop for a moment, because if she is caught back, it would be a nightmare again. Then she accidentally slipped down the hill. As she was trying to retrieve her lost bag, she found her husband shouting her name. She bent down and hid in the jungle. Not caring about her bag, she had to run for her life again in the heavy rain. The woman ran for who knows how long and finally saw the road. She tried to stop a car, but no one stopped at all. She could not wait any longer. She used her body to block the way of the car behind her. Finally, the man in front of her brought her home. He was kind enough to put on a blanket for the woman. The woman saw that the man was worth relying on, so she told him about her experience. But even more coincidentally, this man is a plastic surgeon. But the honest doctor did not want to change her face. The woman saw that the doctor was hesitant, so she took off her coat, revealing a large bruise on her body. The kind-hearted doctor saw this and did not hesitate, decided to give the woman a new face, escaping her husband's clutches. In the middle of the night, the doctor took her into the operating room. The doctor asked her what she wanted to look like. The woman said she only wanted a stranger's face. The moment the man did it, he stopped, because just yesterday his girlfriend had passed away. Looking at the picture of his girlfriend, he was born with a terrible thought. At that moment, the woman's husband found the woman's handbag in the jungle. There was also the woman's ID card and a large amount of cash inside. He was even more sure that his wife was not dead. She was just hiding somewhere. The woman's side of the operation is successfully completed. Will she regain a new face and change her life? This woman cleans a 1,000 square foot house every day. At night, she has to suffer a beating from her husband. Husband just takes off his watch. Rolling up his sleeves is the nightmare the woman has to go through. In order to escape from her wealthy husband's domestic violence, she sneaked out of the villa to get a facelift. But what she didn't know was, the doctor made her look like her recently deceased girlfriend. On the day, the gauze was removed. Although the doctor was prepared for this, but still was surprised by the new face of the woman, because she looked so much like her girlfriend. It was the exact same. Mary, who had no idea, looked at the new face. Although it was strange, but she was happy, because she was finally free from her husband's control. She thought the new face would bring her a happy life, but after years of being a housewife, she couldn't even find a decent job. That day Mary met her husband, who was asking around for information about her. She ran as fast as she could. She was afraid that her husband would run into her. Suddenly a woman accidentally knocked her to the ground. She was about to leave when the man stopped her. She had dropped her wallet on the ground. The man walked up and handed it to her. Mary bowed her head to express her gratitude, not daring to say a word, afraid to arouse the man's suspicion. Mary was homeless and in trouble. At night, she was harassed by several drunken men. She had no choice but to seek help from the doctor again. She cried out to the doctor, "I thought I could start my life again with a new face, but I can't do anything." When she came across her husband looking for her by chance, she was so scared that her whole body would tremble. The soft-hearted doctor couldn't bear to see Mary, who looked like his girlfriend, sad. He took her back to his home. Mary was also grateful. Every day she cooks a rich breakfast for the doctor. Gradually, their relationship becomes more and more subtle. Everything seems to be going in a good direction, until one day the doctor's best friend suddenly came to visit. When she saw Mary's face, the woman was horrified by the scene in front of her. She couldn't believe that her girlfriend, who had just been buried the day before, now she was alive and well in front of her. Seeing this, the doctor hurriedly took Xia Jing out of the room, seeing that the operation had been compromised, so he told her what had happened. Mary in the room also realized that something was wrong. When she came to the inner room, when she saw the photo of the doctor and her girlfriend together, she instantly understood everything. It turned out that the doctor had made himself look like his dead girlfriend. Although this is unacceptable, but she did not blame the doctor, because the doctor is her lifesaver. He gave her a chance to get rid of her domestic violence husband, and when the doctor asked her what she wanted to look like, she said that if there was something the doctor liked, then let's do it that way. But Mary also knew she couldn't stay in this house. After all, it would cause problems for the doctor. So the next day, she prepared a rich lunch for the doctor, and put on the clothes of the doctor's girlfriend. She wanted to say goodbye to him. On the other hand, Mary's family husband bribed a policewoman. He starts investigating Mary's whereabouts. The man suddenly thought, when Mary was caught last time, wore a purple dress, and this dress is the doctor gave her last time. So, the man asked the police to start investigating through this clue. The investigation revealed that this dress was a limited edition, and only 30 of them were sold nationwide. So he began to investigate the buyers of the dress, using the identity of the police. They asked the buyers to produce the purple dress for verification. The investigation was very efficient. Soon they arrived at the doctor's house. The man defied the doctor, insisted on breaking into the room.